Cybercrimes. In this video, we are going to see about the cybercrime section. In the era of cyber world, as the usage of computers became more popular, there is an expansion in the growth of technology and the term cyber became more familiar to the people. The evolution of information technology (IT) gave birth to the cyberspace wherein internet provides equal opportunities to all the people to access any information, data storage, analyze, etc. with the use of high technology. Due to increase in the number of netizens, misuse of technology in the cyberspace is clutching up, which gave birth to cybercrimes at the domestic end as well as international level. Though the word crime carries its general meaning as a legal wrong that can be followed by criminal proceedings which may result into punishment, whereas cybercrime may be unlawful acts wherein the computer is either a tool or target or both. The world's first computer-specific law was enacted in the year 1970 by the German state of Hesse in the form of Data Protection Act 1970 with the advancement of cyber technology. With the emergence of technology, the misuse of technology has also expanded to its optimum level, and then there arises a need of strict statutory laws to regulate the criminal activities in the cyber world and to protect technological advancement system. It is under these circumstances, Indian Parliament passed its Information Technology Act 2000 on 17th October to have its exhaustive law to deal with the technology in the field of e-commerce, e-governance, e-banking, as well as penalties and punishments in the field of cybercrimes. Cybercrimes actually means that hackers vandalize websites, view confidential information, and steal trade secrets or intellectual property with the use of internet. It can also include denial of services and viruses attacks, preventing regular traffic from reaching your site. Cybercrimes are not limited to outsiders except in case of viruses, and with respect to security-related cybercrimes, that is usually done by the employees of particular company who can easily access the password and data storage of the company for their benefits. Cybercrimes also includes criminal activities done with the use of computers, which further perpetuates crimes, that is, financial crimes, sale of illegal articles, pornography, online gambling, intellectual property crime, email spoofing, forgery, cyber defamation, cyber stalking, unauthorized access to computer system, theft of information contained in the electronic form, email bombing, physically damaging the computer system, etc. The Department of Justice categorizes computer crime in three ways. The computer as a target, attacking the computer of others, that is, spreading viruses is an example. The computer as a weapon, using a computer to commit traditional crime that we see in the physical world, such as fraud or illegal gambling. The computer as an accessory, using a computer as a fancy filing cabinet to store illegal or stolen information. Crimes against the computer. In this video, we are going to see about the process of crimes against the computer. Computer crime or cybercrime refers to any crime that involves a computer and a network. The computer may have been used in the commission of a crime, or it may be the target. Failing to back up your files. You can do dozens of things to keep your PC's hardware and software in good working order, and you should do as many of them possible. However, the most foolproof preventative measure is having a good set of backup files for all of your essential data in case of disaster. Analyze your work habits and consider the amount of data that you create each day. Depending on the size of your files, you should back up your copies to some form of removable storage a portable USB hard drive, flash memory stick, or DVD are among them. Not inoculating against infection. Computer viruses are a crime to operate a computer that is any way connected to the outside world without having a proper antivirus program in place. And if you load software or data files from an external storage device, you risk infection in that way. At the very least, install a capable antivirus program. Even better, add a software or hardware firewall. You should also install and use protection against spyware and other programs that attempt to steal information from your computer or track your travels on the internet. Microsoft introduced Windows Defender in 2006. Other programs from third parties include AdAware and Spybot. Microsoft Windows XP and Vista come with their own software firewall. Playing with unfinished software. Many software companies, including Microsoft, offer individuals and companies the opportunity to work with pre-release or beta software. In a way, users who agree to do so become unpaid testers for the software companies. Unless you have a very good reason to do so, otherwise do not try these products. They are considered beta versions because they may cause problems with your system. Rushing into updates. Act cautiously regarding updates. Here, it means that unless your program is broken or a specific issue that needs addressing, try not to be the first person on the block to apply an upgrade. Sometimes the best policy is to wait for a few weeks or months before upgrading to allow other users to be the first for the software maker. Not that it happens all that often, but occasionally a cure proves worse than the disease, at least at the start. Performing improper house cleaning. Life as a PC user would be so much easier if the process of adding or removing a piece of software was as simple as copying the application onto the hard drive. The original disk operating system more or less worked like that. The arrival of the multitasking Windows environment and the concept of the interlinked Office suite put an end to that. Under Windows, components of an application are typically spread across many places in the computer, and additions or alterations are made to numerous components of the operating system, including the system registry. However, user can cause damage to the operating environment by installing or uninstalling software without regard to the proper procedure. Follow all instructions at installation, including shutting down any other unnecessary Windows applications while new programs are put in place. If user chooses to uninstall a program, then use the facilities of the Add or Remove Programs option that is a part of the control panel, or use the program's own uninstaller or a third-party program sweeper. Not playing doctor with your drives. Even the largest hard drive will eventually become cluttered with fragmented files, wasted clusters, and errors such as cross-linked files. There is nothing magical about the work that these programs perform. The creation of fragmented files and wasted clusters is an ordinary consequence of the way the file attribute table works. The prudent user regularly employs scan disk that is built into Microsoft Windows or a third-party disk utility such as Norton System Works from Symantec or Disk Keeper from Executive Software. In an ordinary home or office, it is a good practice to defragment your hard drive anytime more than 10% of the files are inefficiently scattered. By not keeping cool. Heat is one of the principal enemies of your computer and your monitor. Never block the inflow and outflow openings on your PC's case. A well-designed case is part of the cooling system for your computer, and most systems do not cool properly without the case in place. Never operate a PC without its cooling fan properly operating. Monitors produce a great deal of heat that is normally vented through its top. Mispowering your system. Electricity is a flowing river, but like a waterway, it sometimes surges and vents. A power surge or spike can fry your PC. A brownout can shut down your system or cause damage. Don't connect your PC directly to the wall outlet. Every system should have a surge protector in place on the power line. Even better is an uninterruptible power supply that isolates the system from the power line. A UPS powers the PC from a large battery, all the while recharging the storage device. Not keeping your system clean. Hairspray, pet hair, dirt, and dust are unfriendly neighbors for a PC. They can cause a hard drive to crash, make it difficult to read an optical CD-ROM, and block the air vents for cooling. Vacuum your office or workspace regularly and consider using an air cleaner in especially dirty environments. Crimes using a computer. In this video, we are going to see about what is a computer crime. A student who used his personal computer to break into a national defense computer and almost started a nuclear war. Students made headlines by using their personal computers to break into computers located around the country. The victimized computers were owned by the government, by private industry, and by public service institutions such as hospitals. Computer crime, however, involves more than a group of students breaking into computers. It includes employees who use their employer's computer to commit fraud, to embezzle company assets, or operate their own businesses on company time. It includes destruction of or tampering with computer equipment and the data stored on a computer system. Computer data may have commercial value or it may be private information about an individual. Computer crime can also be committed by intercepting data transmitted across communication links between computers. The communications links can be telephone or microwave or satellite transmissions. All of the foregoing are generally considered to be computer crimes. The need for computer crime legislation. In this video, we are going to see about the need for computer crime legislation. By the fall of 1983, 16 states had already enacted computer crime bills and others had them under consideration. There are several difficulties with establishing the extent to which computer crime is committed. The first is that many companies who are victims of computer crime are reluctant to report it. They do not want to publicize the fact that their computer was broken into. Often, when an employee has committed the crime, the company will simply fire the employee rather than bring in prosecuting authorities and make the incident a matter of public record and possibly of considerable public interest. Companies like financial institutions that have a duty to protect information about their customers are loath to admit publicly that their computer systems are not secure. A second problem with determining the extent to which computer crimes are committed is that of the methods used by law enforcement agencies to classify crimes. Many crimes involving computers are not classified as computer crimes. Over 25% of the companies responding to the ABA survey reported that they had sustained known and verifiable losses caused by computer crimes committed during the 12 months preceding the survey. According to the report, the most common types of crimes were theft, destruction, alteration of data, computer programs, embezzlement, fraud. The report attributes the rapid growth of computer crime to the proliferation of computers in our society and to the rapid increase of knowledgeable users. One might also suggest that the democratization of computer literacy has in turn brought about the democratization of computer crime. Types of computer crime. In this video, we are going to see about the types of computer crime. The term computer crime does not have a single, generally accepted meaning. In some instances, it is used to describe what appears to be a new type of crime, such as tampering with data stored on a computer. In other situations, it is used to describe any crime that involves a computer. Thus, it would include both new types of crimes and traditional crimes such as destruction of computer equipment, which happen to be committed against a computer, or crimes like embezzlement, which only incidentally involves the use of a computer. Unauthorized access, theft of computer services, disruption of computer services, misuse of information stored on a computer, computer fraud, theft or destruction of computer equipment. Unauthorized access. Many states have established that unauthorized access to a computer is a crime. In this context, access refers to communicating with, retrieving data from, or storing data on a computer system, or using communications facilities to connect with a computer system. Thus, a person who gains access to a computer system without first obtaining the permission of the computer system owner may have committed a crime. Theft of computer services. A second type of prohibited activity, theft of computer services, occurs when an individual makes an unauthorized use of another's computer system. Disruption of computer services. A third type of activity that is generally prohibited by computer crime statutes is the unauthorized degradation or disruption of computer services or the denial of computer services to an unauthorized user. The most dramatic example of this type of crime can be found in what is known as a time bomb computer program. A time bomb computer program is one that has been programmed to go off when specific conditions occur. As example, when the internal clock of the computer reaches a certain date. In its most extreme form, the time bomb may systematically destroy all data and programs on a computer system and then self-destruct, not leaving a trace. Misuse of information stored on a computer. Computer crime legislation typically prohibits misuse of information stored on a computer. The prohibitions include unauthorized disclosure, use, alteration, or destruction of stored information. In many cases, the prohibitions apply to all information stored, not just trade secrets. Thus, private personal information about individuals will be protected. Computer fraud. Computer fraud involves the use of a computer to commit fraud, such as using a computer to file false insurance claims and collect the benefits. In many instances, traditional fraud statutes can be used to prosecute fraud committed using a computer because the fact that a computer was used as an instrument of the crime is only incidental to the commission of the crime itself. The nature of the crime is the same whether or not a computer is used to commit it. Theft or destruction of computer equipment. Generally, these type of crimes can adequately be covered by traditional statutes dealing with larceny and criminal mischief, as they are crimes committed against tangible property. They can also take unusual forms.
Indian IT Act. Now, we are going to see about Indian IT Act. Indian IT Act. This law deals with the technology in the field of e-commerce, e-governance, e-banking, penalties, punishments. Information Technology Act 2000 consisted of 94 sections segregated into 13 chapters. Information Technology Act 2000 addressed the following issues: legal recognition of electronic documents, legal recognition of digital signatures, offenses and contraventions, justice dispensation systems for cybercrimes, legal recognition for transactions. Some of the important cyber law provisions in India. Section 43. Offense: accessing, copying data, introducing the virus to others' computer, damage to the network or computer. Punishment: he should pay the compensation to the affected person not exceeding 1 crore. Section 65. Offense: tampering with computer source documents, intentional concealment, destruction or alteration of source code when the computer source code is required to be kept or maintained by law for the time being in force. Punishment: imprisonment up to 3 years or fine up to 2 lakh rupees or both. Section 66. Offense: hacking, destroy, delete, or altering the user data. Punishment: imprisonment up to 3 years or fine up to 5 lakh rupees or both. Section 66A. Offense: sending offensive message through any communication service, etc. Punishment: imprisonment up to 3 years and with fine. Section 67. Offense: publishing or transmitting obscene material in electronic form. Punishment: imprisonment up to 5 years and fine up to 10 lakh rupees.
Gray area. In this video, we are going to see about what is gray area. The IT Act 2000 is likely to cause a conflict of jurisdiction. Electronic commerce is based on the system of domain names. The IT Act 2000 does not even touch the issues relating to domain names. Even domain names have not been defined, and the rights and liabilities of domain name owners do not find any mention in the law. The IT Act 2000 does not deal with any issues concerning the protection of intellectual property rights, the context of the online environment. Contentious yet very important issues concerning online copyrights, trademarks and patents have been left untouched by the law, thereby leaving many loopholes. As the cyber law is growing, so the new forms and manifestations of cybercrimes. The offences defined in the IT Act 2000 are by no means exhaustive. However, the drafting of the relevant provisions of the IT Act 2000 makes it appear as if the offences detailed are the only cyber offences possible and existing. The IT Act 2000 does not cover various kinds of cybercrimes and internet-related crimes. These includes theft of internet hours, cyber theft, cyber stalking, cyber harassment, cyber defamation, cyber fraud, misuse of credit card numbers, chat room abuse. The IT Act 2000 has not tackled several vital issues pertaining to e-commerce sphere like privacy and content regulation, to name a few. Privacy issues have not been touched at all. Another grey area of the IT Act is that the same does not touch upon any antitrust issues. The most serious concern about the Indian cyber law relates to its implementation. The IT Act 2000 does not lay down parameters for its implementation. It seems that the Parliament would be required to amend the IT Act 2000 to remove the grey areas